want to imagine as if we were on a circle, and I would love for everyone to maybe say their name and maybe like the mood that they're on, like really raw and real. And I don't know, like maybe an animal sound or something funny like that. I think that that could work. So I can start, so I can break the ice as usual. Um, okay, Ana Victoria is my full name, but you can call me Avi. Today I am in my first moon day, so I am feeling creative and it makes me excited because for me, this is like one of my favorite parts of the month. And I feel really in tune with my body today, and I am excited to share from that space. And let me see, my animal sound would be something like woof, woof. And yeah, just circle open for whoever wants to go next.
I can go.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. My name is Francesca, but everybody calls me Fran. I am Avi's mom. Very excited to be here as well. I'm feeling excited and motivated, and I have been going through a lot of changes in my late 40s. So, yeah, a lot of ups and downs, but really into a stage of my life where I am becoming friends with whatever is showing up instead of fighting against it, instead of trying to control it, and just allowing things to flow in the way they need to flow. And yeah, just being really open to the universe to allow its message to flow through me without pushing. Don't want to push anymore. So yeah, that's me. And animal sound, I don't know. Dog, I guess.
You could also do like just like a random sound. You don't have to bark like me, like ooh, or just something that represents you today. And if you don't feel like it, it's okay.
So I don't know what is going to go out of my sound. So no.
Completely invited as well.
I can go next. Hi, everybody. I'm Noemi. Go by Noemi or Emmy, if that's easier to say. And today I'm feeling really grounded and grateful. I'm living like a big transition in my life. And so I'm just very happy to have this space in order to continue grounding back in Costa Rica, which is where my family is and where I'm from. And I just had a whole adventure somewhere else. So kind of integrating a lot and still finding a lot of the lessons in that experience and awakening a lot of creativity and inspiration from that as well. There's a lot that wants to come out of me yet. I'm trying to put all the pieces together. So I'm grateful for today and learning a new practice and connecting with Avi, which it's been a while. And a sound that I resonate with right now would have to be like an owl sound, probably like, ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh, are we? Is there anyone that wants? Do I go?
Maybe you can we can raise hands, but you go ahead. Yeah.
Sure thing. Good evening, afternoon. My name is Leo. In terms of how I'm feeling, I've been flowing a lot. I haven't really. Things open up and kind of challenges have been very helpful in my experience. Right now, I'm after I've been working since I don't know how long. I work over there, and I'm gonna be in the office space I think till tomorrow 7 p.m. I got invited into Uruguay. I saw Christian with a mate over there, topping up. Yes. So I've just been flowing and I've been enjoying the experience. Internally, emotionally, there's been a roller coaster here and there, but I've kind of allowed it to happen and enjoyed the ride. And I'm a huge fan of cats and all felines, so the sound I resonate with is a meow. So here's a meow to you all beautiful people. I wish you an amazing day, and I can't wait to hear how you all are feeling and what you're all up to.
Thank you. Oh, that roller coaster sensation. Like, aren't we all like there? September, like since August, a friend just told me like August is a moment where like a lot of shifts start to happen. September, it's like everything just like blows and like you don't know where you're standing. October, everything comes to peace. And November is the time that we have the fruits from the seeds. So let's see. But yeah, whew, feeling that. Okay, who wants to go next?
Oh, I'll go next. I am so happy to be here, so excited to be in this container. I just watched the last live that you did in this community like just now. So I'm so happy to be here, but I'm feeling like, oh, it's just, you know, when you wake up like sunrise and the birds are like just starting to wake up and it's fresh and you're just so excited for the day ahead. That is how I'm feeling. Like it's fresh, but it's just like so excited. And yeah, I totally resonate with that roller coaster energy of September. Whoa, but now we're here in October, so yay. Oh, and a noise. Oh, well, the birds in the morning, like.
Thank you. So lovely. I feel like that's contagious as well. Thank you for bringing. I see that you're like in your morning. It seems like the sun is hitting your face. It looks so beautiful. I feel like for the majority of us it's nighttime, so it's like, oh, so beautiful to also have that energy over here.
I forget everything we're saying. I'm Eric. I'm near Washington, D.C. in Maryland. And yeah, this year has been a lot. It's, it's interesting. I hope you're right about November, because I have a couple songs coming in November. So I hope it's like, you're right that the seeds are finally going to sprout or whatever, and bloom. And and I'm, just trying to be as relaxed as possible. And let's see, the animal sound. I think you've taken all the good ones. I would do like, woof. I don't know. Not good at that either.
That's good. That's a good one.
I can go. My name is Crystal. Right now, I am bathing in possibility. Is the current mood. I was like, oh man, I need to make my work adventure so I can invite everyone I know. There was just a lot that just kept piling up, and it just went whoop, all clear. And my animal sound, oh my goodness, it would be ow, ow.
Oh, love it. Wolf energy over here. That's really cool. For the night ones, we're like the ones who are in the night right now. Okay, and we have Rosie and Christian. Spanish is also invited in the container, so whatever it feels like the authentic expression right now. So welcomed.
Can you translate me?
Sí.
You can be for me? Yes.
Sí.
Ah, menos mal.
Bienvenidísimo todo.
Bueno, hola a todos. Me encanta formar parte de esto. Hay muchos que entienden acá. Sobre todo de Uruguay. Mirá, todos me dicen que sí, porque estamos hablando en inglés.
Okay, so it's hello everyone. I am so excited to be here, and I can sense that some of you are understanding, and the ones that were doing like this, they're understanding Spanish for the ones that don't.
Está bien. Bueno, me emociona mucho este círculo porque siento que es algo que rompe los moldes de... He estado en otros, hice cursos así, holísticos, de diferentes clases, y es la primera vez que siento que ya antes de comenzar, la regla es romper el molde. Y es excitante porque Abby misma se expone ella como guía a romper los moldes de ella misma sin saber por dónde va, ¿no? Pero eso es justamente el miedo que solemos tener al emprender algo, de decir, uy, no sé qué va a pasar, pero confío ciegamente en que mi vibración va a canalizar por un lugar donde hay gente creativa y también rompiendo los moldes.
Wow, antes de traducir esto, gracias. Gracias, porque eso para mí es tan íntimo, tan importante, poder dar esa sensación desde lo que estoy sintiendo. Entonces, gracias. Okay, so I'm really honored to translate this, because this is a sensation that for me it's really important when creating spaces. So basically, he's also acknowledging how this is a container that feels like it hasn't even started yet, the proper program, but it already feels like we are breaking some boxes. We are allowing ourselves to be beyond the limits and the boxes that we put ourselves into. And also how I seem to break the boxes really publicly, and I am willing to admit that I'm in that process constantly. And that for me, I feel really honored about his words, because this is something that's really alive for me. Creating containers for me, creating circles, it is like a ceremony. It is something that I have to be attentive to, the actual energy that's tuned into in the present moment. I cannot just go with a script. I'm a very raw and real, and communication for me, it's one of the main things. It's my jam. So the fact that we get to feel together and to get out of some boxes together and allow our humanness be the thing that makes us expand, for me it's a complete privilege. So thank you, Christian. Gracias. Gracias por esas palabras.
I was waiting for the sound. So I am missing. Yeah. So I'm so happy to be here because, first of all, Avi and Fran also, I'm in love with the energy you have. I'm in love. I love it. And I am really craving this space because I hold my own spaces, right? I do these containers for people. I decided to help people with their careers, to have meaningful careers. So my brain is always thinking about the job market, the economy, politics. All that stuff is so overwhelming, no? It's overwhelming. Being an entrepreneur as well, because the money is like a word that is always an energy that is always around the conversations I hold with my clients and for me as well. So I am craving this space where I can feel the energy, because I really try to do this in a consistent basis, to do meditation, to connect with me, with the nature, and with the universe. But lately, I have been like this little child making a tantrum, I don't know if you really exist, because if you really existed, this
everything would be easier, no? So I found myself rejecting this this certainty I really have about our connection. I know it's a projection of the energy I hold for others. And I really feel that I need a space like this where I feel that I can be whole as well. And I know and I feel that you will be able to receive this energy, and I'm sure that together we can transform it. So every one of us can take this energy, transform it, and take it back to our spaces, and keep doing the magic that we are doing in every one of our endeavors or missions. So I'm so glad, Abby, for this space. I'm hoping to really connect with my essence and source and all of you, because holding people is not easy.
Thank you, Rochi.
No?
Sí. Yes.
And I just add something. Sorry, I have a puppy. Lucio, you're so right about having that space for us to be held, because we are usually, and our mission is to really help others and to elevate others, but it's also important for the creators to have a space. And I have a lot of difficulty allowing myself to be held, because I'm always a holder. I always have to have my shit together. I am always the nurturing one. And I'm a very difficult person to allow myself to be held. And Abby, also because she's my daughter, and she gave me this beautiful healing session about 3 months ago, where she gave me permission to not know what I was going to do next. She gave me permission to just be. And that permission that you gave me in that moment, and that moment that you held me, was huge for me. Because for the first time in a long time, I stopped asking myself, what next? What next? And it was just a permission to be a human, to stop and to just allow to receive divine guidance instead of pushing it. And it completely shifted. So I am so honored and thankful for the universe to send me this woman. Thank you, Abby. And I'm probably your toughest client because of what I do, and because being your mom and the way that you held me was magical. So thank you.
Thank you. Yes, so I want to open up our portal for today. It's already open and it's already alive. Thank you, everyone, for bringing your whole self today. So I want to open up saying that the energy that I'm feeling is to also amplify the fact that we are doing this, like the Creator's Temple, because of the same thing. We're all feeling that force to create, feeling that force to step into something that feels authentically ours, right? When we are entrepreneurs and we're doing it from a soul level, it's like we're carving our own path. And for me, the more that I do that, the deeper that it goes, the more things that open up. So the first thing that I want to open up with is that with this fire that we're sitting on right now, you know that, first of all, me, as this moment where I am holding this sanctuary at this very moment, I am willing to go into the fire with you. And for me, that energy is essential, right? Because it's like, how can we transcend that box, that limitation of staying small or staying in a role of how I should do things? So I want to thank that invitation before starting. And just wanted to like take this jaguar that I have sometimes and like bring it forward and say that this fire is alive and that I'm not afraid to get my hands a little bit burnt. I'm here for that, for the emotions, for the deepen, and I am here to be as present as I can. So today, I would love to open up our first practice. It is a practice of Nadah Yoga. This is yoga with sound. Okay, so we're going to be chanting for every chakra. And this came up in, I think it was Tuesday, today is Thursday. On Tuesday, I was allowed to have like a, yeah, no worries, Emily. On Tuesday, I got the chance to have like a slower morning. And I went into this meditation and I was like, because it's important for us to like hold this sanctuary for ourselves before we hold others. And I was doing my Nadah Yoga and I was like, oh, this is a pretty cool exercise. So I'm going to be combining that with some chakra work with each chakra. It's going to be really fun. We're going to be meditating and visualizing before we do our 15-minute practice. So yes, just make sure that you can chant wherever you're at. We're going to be doing 3 chants per chakra. And I'm going to share my screen so you can see the vocals that we need. Beautiful. Show my screen. Okay, so we're going to start with the root chakra. So the lower chakra, the red one. The first letter, this is like with letters, we're going to chant is the U. For the sacral chakra, it's also going to be the U. Solar plexus is going to be the O. Heart, we're going to chant the Ah. This is like full opening of the heart. Ah. E, it's for the throat. E. A for the third eye. And the I, that's going to be the highest one, like the highest pitch. It's going to be for our crown chakra. This combines our breathing with our visualization, and it's a moment for us to connect with our bodies and with ourselves. So I think we can go right in. I'm going to guide you before we transition from one chakra to another. I'm going to remind you of the sounds of the vocals and like the intentions a little bit. And we're going to allow our bodies to be the first guides, because with the information that we're going to be sharing, I want you to think and connect with the images and the sensations that it brings you. So I'm not going to have that much explanation of what you should be visualizing or feeling or seeing. I'm just going to simply remind you of the vocal, of the chakra, a little bit of the chakra, and the sound. Okay? So, yeah, are we ready to start? Maybe we can have some hands like this or something so I can know. Love that. Okay. Beautiful. So we are going to start by closing our eyes and getting in contact with the way in which we are breathing at this very moment. The way that we breathe is the bridge for us to connect with what we're feeling, what's coming up for us, what's alive for us today. We're going to roll our shoulders up going to visualize that you're going to roll them back as close as you can to the back wall, or the background that you have. And now we're going to take them down, aligning our shoulders. Sorry. Aligning our shoulders with a posture that makes us feel expansive. We're going to connect with the root chakra. The color is red. It connects us with this physical reality, with the sensation of being grounded, being secure, being clear. So for this chakra, with each one of our chants, with each one of our sounds, I want to invite you to welcome that sensation that you need in order for this work to have a base. I often see that for creative energy to prosper and to move around, that Kundalini energy, we allow a base to take place. So that part of us, that creativity, that femininity, rises up and play, but she feels safe because we have planted a base. So that's going to be more or less our intention with the root chakra. It can come up as a feeling in your body of like full safety. It might come up as an image. Allow it to be as whatever you want. And if you feel like you need a little bit more guidance, imagine, visualize, see, feel a red laser beam that's shooting down from this chakra, from the root chakra, all of the way down to the center of our earth, to her heart, connecting you, grounding you, and solidifying you with the energy of this planet. So we're going to take a deep breath and we're going to chant our you. Ooh, like that. So inhaling deeply, and in the exhale we're going to chant. Ooh. Inhale once again. I'm gonna go for the second one. And when you're ready, we're going to go for the third one. Inhaling deeply. I'm gonna go for it. In your next inhale, you're going to maintain the inhalation as much as you can. And when you need to let go of that breath, let go with a sigh. I want to thank and honor our roots for anchoring our truth, bringing clarity and security to our manifestation. We're gonna go with the second chakra, the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is going to also use the same sound, that you. Visualize that you are breathing into this space, into the womb space, into the lower part of your belly, filling your entire chest, your entire body with clean oxygen. Our sacral chakra is the center of creativity. This is where the vital energy gets born. This is a chakra that it's related with our organs, in the well-being of them, the creative energy, as well as the playfulness with life. So this chakra invites us to, now that we're feeling grounded, start to welcome visualization, sensation, whatever it's needed, pure intuition that expands that base of creativity. We don't need to know how it looks like. We don't need to know the answer to make this exercise. We tap and welcome the creative energy. So on our next inhale, we're going to prepare for our next chakra, chanting the U. I inhale deeply, and on the exhale, we chant. Inhale, and we go again. Inhale, we go again. Breathing in deeply and allowing that expansive creative energy to awaken within you, allowing any image, any sensation that needs to wake up, reclaiming that sovereignty within your consciousness, reclaiming that vision. This is the space for your vision. This is a space for your manifestation, to be, to flourish, to play. Pureness of spirit. So allowing all of that to come in. Remember to maintain your breath. And whenever you need to let it out with a sigh, let it out with it. Shaking a little bit. Any yawn is also a energetic transmutation, so allowing anything that's coming through your body to come in. Okay, we're going to go with the solar plexus. Our sound is going to be the O. That's going to be our vocal for the solar plexus. The solar plexus, it's that center that allows us to feel grounded and confident enough to take action. So again, the same prompt. We will allow visualization. So if you want to visualize yourself stepping confidently in these spaces that you want to create, I invite that visualization. I invite that sensation and that expansion to allow this center, this energy center, to flourish. So we're going to prepare in our next inhale to start. Inhaling deeply. Deep inhale. And our third one, let's inhale, allowing all of this space, all of this expansion. In your next inhale, you're going to hold it a little bit. If you can sip it in, sip a little bit more of that oxygen. Allowing this vitality to flow into your body now. And letting it all go with a sigh. Moving a little bit, however your body needs to move. Maybe you just need to like stretch a little bit before continuing, allowing that moment for your body to calibrate. And we're going to jump into the heart. I invite you that for this one you also incorporate some tapping in the area of the heart, in the area of the timo. I don't know how to say it in English, I'm sorry. The heart chakra is the chakra that connects us to the beautiful center of pure love. And love transcends a lot of barriers. It allows us to see farther than what sometimes our pride or that feeling of feeling like small or with a little bit of ashamed. It allows us to see farther beyond that. It allows us to bathe our bodies with love. And we think not only about the love that we can feel within ourselves, but also the fact that we are being guided by love itself. For this one, if you want to invite force that feels like love, maybe it's an angel for you, maybe it's an animal spirit guide, whatever force feels good for you, to also be here with you in these chants, dedicating this moment of connecting with the center to yourself and to your vision, allowing any image, any sensation, anything to rise up to the surface. And we're going to prepare in our next inhale to chant the A. We're going to chant the A. So deep inhale. Deep inhale. Let's open that mouth and allow expression. And our third one, deep inhale. Expanding that love, expanding that awareness throughout our vision, blessing our vision with this love, with this heart. Maintaining the inhale and allowing that expansion to take place. Exhaling, letting it all out. We're gonna go with the throat chakra. The sound for this one is the E or E. We're going to allow to liberate our voices, to speak our truth, to connect with all of this work that we've been seeing, to speak our creativity, to speak our confidence, to speak that love, all of those centers that we're connecting towards. So we're going to jump right in, inhaling deeply and getting ready to chant the E. Inhale. And our third inhale, expanding that voice. Imagine that you can cross the wall in front of you with your sound. Imagine if you can reach meters and meters and meters and maybe kilometers with your voice. And we're going to inhale deeply, integrating the sensation. And on the exhale, letting it all flow. For our third eye chakra, I love to call it first eye, we invite deeper vision. We invite deeper connection with those guides that we've been speaking about. Those guides that are connected through our vision. Our vision is not a coincidence. It is a force bigger than us being channeled through us, wanting to be on this beautiful earth through us. So we honor that vision and we give it space to see, to receive with our first eye. The sound would be that A. It's an E and an I. A. And when we reach that I, so we're going on the A and the I. When we reach that I, we're going to smile so the sound can travel through our whole face. So this is also like a brain massage, a face massage. So we're going to just allow our bodies be filled with different vibrations. So getting ready for that chant, for that first eye, for that visualization, allowing the sensations that want to come through, the images. Breathing in deeply. And we're going to start with our first one. Breathing deeply. We're gonna go with the second one. Remember that smile. We're gonna produce some serotonin, dopamine, and allow it to travel through our whole face, which feels amazing. So inhaling deeply Inhaling deeply. And we're gonna go for your third one. Inhaling deeply and retaining that oxygen in. Perhaps sip it in if it's possible for you with the mouth. Let it go with a sigh. Now we're going to be connecting with our crown chakra, the chakra that connects us directly with Source, with inspiration, divine inspiration. For this chakra, I invite you to open up to that sensation of being guided, to that sensation of receiving and being held by a force that's always here with us, lovingly walking with us. The sound is going to be the I. This is going to be the highest pitch that we're going to go into today. This is pure smiles, so we can push that sound through our crown chakra. You can imagine that all of that vibration that you are creating within your being, it's being pushed into the cosmos. If you want to feel a little bit more guided, if there's nothing coming up, you can visualize that there is pure crystalline energy that's coming through your crown chakra. And this is going to be our last one. So inhaling deeply, we're going to go right in. Inhale deeply. Last one. Beautiful. Inhaling deeply. Integrating all of this energy, all of this activation that we just done in our bodies. Acknowledging and bringing gratitude to ourselves, to our guides, because this activation and all of the visuals and all of the sensations came directly inside the system, the beautiful temple that is our body. So just some breaths of integration, moving the body a little bit. whenever you feel ready. We're going to open our eyes once again. I encourage you that while we go through the next chapter, you can continue on moving your body. I'm feeling like doing this instead of just being still, so I invite you to do so as well. I'm going to jump directly on our practice for today because I want you to first have this energy for you and have it while we do our practice. This is going to take 15 minutes. We're gonna have our eyes open. This is going to be a little bit more theoretical. It's also going to be really fun, but we're going to sit with ourselves, with our energy while we do this fun thing. And yes, I think we can be like just at time, like just half an hour, so we are like fully optimized, and then we're gonna have some shares in like 20 minutes when we are done with the practice. So I'm just gonna quickly share my screen. This presentation will be available for you at the end of the session. I'm going to send it on the WhatsApp group. Okay, let me know if you are able to see this. I heard a sound. Wait, I heard a sound.
We are able to hear it and see it.
Thank you. Okay, I just want to make sure that there is no one. Yay, okay. There we go. Hey, Jessian. So beautiful to have you here. Welcome, welcome. We're actually just starting this next practice. We just done like an activation, so we're like fully ready to go in. But welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so beautiful to have your energy here with us. So today we're going to be creating this 15-minute practice that is born from 3 different pillars. This is a 15-minute practice that's going to be crafted with your own tools, because I know that everyone here already has a lot of tools. So I wanted to design things that were like a little bit beyond what we have already seen. So I want you to actually like manufacture something that feels like amazing for you, and you are tuning into that power of creation. So that is the garden of enjoyment. My main purpose with this is that, as we have stated, as creators, as entrepreneurs, sometimes it can get a little bit heavy, and sometimes the enjoyment part seems to be a little bit far away. But this doesn't have to be that way, right? Because what we're creating, again, it's coming from an aliveness. It is coming from a greater energy that surpasses us. And we get to be held, and we get to feel guided, and we get to enjoy the process because we're being guided at the same time. What I often see is like this image of us receiving a gift, but it's like a big gift, right? Our visions are big. What we want to create on this world is filled with heart, is filled with spirit. So it's like, it's big, it's enormous. And it was never meant for you to carry alone. So you receive this gift like an idea that comes from somewhere else. And then the human is like taking it all in and like trying to make it all by themselves. But that connection with that greater force that's holding us, that's giving us these visualizations, is also here to allow us to hold this somatically, because if not, that the body collapses. So that's why I wanted to design something like this. And welcome to the Garden of Enjoyment. I'm not gonna read this because I just said it in my words, and I think that that's good enough. Okay, so joy is a choice, like any other emotion. I am not saying that, like this part that we're seeing in like modern spirituality, where it's like a little bit toxic, And people are like kind of like avoiding and bypassing other emotions and also doing that to other people. We're not doing that here, and I know that all of you have the level of consciousness where you can understand that it's another type of choice, right? Because it is an embodied choice. That's the difference. Here we're speaking and connecting deeply to our bodies. And whenever there's something that it's not embodied, it seems just like fluffy, you know, it's just from a mind thing. It's so different to see and hear someone when it's just something that they learned from their mind than something that it's embodied. So raw, real emotions, they are all bridges to get to God. In our deepest sadness, in our deepest anger, there is something true, something raw in it. So we also want to cultivate those elevated emotions, allowing our bodies to have an entrance to that state. When we want to carry it all, we often also want to be perceived and validated from carrying it all. A lot of validation nowadays comes from how many tasks you complete in a day, how much can you get done. So sometimes enjoyment gets left on the side, because if we connect it to enjoyment, there's a part of us that feels a little bit guilty. And before continuing, I actually want to tap into if this is accurate for you. Let me know in the chat. I just want to check in with that. If there are moments where we are prioritizing that image of doing and doing and doing and carrying and yes. Okay. Yeah. For me, I began to notice that I sometimes felt like a little bit guilty of my states of feeling at ease sometimes. Right now we have so much information, and I'm not gonna go any deeper, but anyways, I think you get the point. So we know that happiness isn't something we chase across distant horizons. It's a decision. It's a decision of tuning into those states of being that you want to expand in your life. Think about them as like forces. So let's say, for example, when 2020 happened and the pandemic hit, and like I honestly was one of those people that I didn't really understand what was going on, but I felt scared. And it was easy for me to feel scared because there was a lot of people that were scared. So if I connected to that sensation, it was easier to connect with it because it gets amplified. We're all united by an invisible web that connects the different emotions that we plant into the matrix. So whenever there's a collective emotion, such as fear, it is easier to go there because it's something that's like being more and more reinforced by more energetic centers, if that makes sense. We're all like this antenna that gets to tune into different states. So what we want to do is to get out of that and observe with which energies, with which frequencies we want to tune into and bring more for more people. So here are some principles like the open heart, the gratitude, peaceful presence. So allowing ourselves to be fully present, that it's also another invitation. And it is curious to see in the moments that we feel a little bit guilty for feeling deeply present. Okay, so the 3 pillars that we're going to be working with are the part of grounding, activating, and the remembrance. Grounding is to anchor your energy, to make you feel solidified. So you can do like a small practice of breath work, something like we did right now that was like the Nadah Yoga, a little bit of stretching, something that helps you feel deeply present, safe, rooted, confident. The activate part is to open up your channel, open up to creativity. What awakens your body? What makes you feel inspired? What type of practice opens up that different bridge? Maybe it can be journaling, maybe it can be chanting, praying. And then the remembrance, that it's connecting with who you are, with your essence. So we have grounded into the earth. So it's like root chakra connected with the earth, also connected with the sun. So it's like these forces that are also constantly guiding Gaia, guiding our earth, connecting with that creativity, bringing that, and remembering who I am as a whole. So that's the image that I love to use. Like, I am connecting through the ground, it's meeting my heart. I am connecting with the sun, with the creative flow, it's meeting my heart. And now I get to remember. So what kind of practices remind you of who you are? This might be like, I don't know, I love this like silly energy sometimes where I'm like talking alone with myself and I create characters. I know that sounds weird, but you know that I love to be like super raw over here, and it's fun and it connects me with who I am. So it gets to be something light. Okay, so this gets a little bit deeper into each one of them, but we have already covered that, and you're going to have this one. So I would love for you to go through them thoughtfully if you want to do so. So these are some examples. With this framework, you can design 2 of them. The idea is for these routines to be like quantum leaps in our day. Okay, so morning flow. This is an example. The ground practice could be to sip warm lemon water in peaceful silence. The activate could be like moving your hips to one of your favorite songs, connecting with that intention of connecting to something divine. And the remembrance could be like saying affirmations aloud and taking about 5 minutes with each one. Evening flow, you could be like lighting up a candle, then gentle stretching with calming music, again having that intention of connecting with that force, remembering, whispering some gratitude words, hugging yourself, tapping. It's like a beautiful practice to connect with your body, with yourself. So right now, I want us to quickly design a flow. I'm going to leave this page over here so you can see the framework a little bit. But I would love for you to design just one flow. Focus on one of these. I don't want anyone to overwhelm or like overdo yourselves. Let's just pick one. No, I'm good. Let's do 5 minutes so we get more time to share at the end. Is that okay? So we're going to do 5 minutes. I'm going to put a song and then I'll come back with you. Again, I wanted to give 5 minutes, so this could be as simple as we can. This is also not linear, it's a fun framework that we can use and just like use different practices. Yeah.